1 minute review, followed by a quick review of Case Closed Volume 13. All right, Spider-Man Unlimited, #1, written by Tom DeFalco. The script is my favorite thing about this book. Penciled by Ron Lim, relative of Tim Lim, maybe, and inked by Jim Sanders III, inker. Lim's pencils are okay. You can kind of tell he's a young artist at the early start of his career. I highlighted one page that kind of maybe illustrates it, where all of these are flat angles, and then he pushes Spider-Man forward at the very end. So this is actually pretty simple to draw. He's not pushing himself that far, but he is in some scenes kind of like punching it up a little bit. So kind of a young artist. Some of his faces are a bit awkward, but still kind of like a solid artist, maybe like just getting the feel for the character. Lim's inks, I'm a little meh on them, but DeFalco's script is fantastic. But Spider-Man Behind the Eight Ball, I love that Carnage is scary for a 12-year-old. Terrifying, actually, but not too scary. That's it. That's our 1-minute review. We did it. All right. So it's fun. Pick it up. I am so sad. Every time I look at one of these, I'm sad I gave away my Spider-Man comics. I owned the first appearance of Carnage. For years, I hid it from my mom, and I finally gave it away. I'm so mad at me. I also owned the Maximum Carnage video game and gave that away, but I've never read Maximum Carnage before, so I'm looking forward to reading the rest of it. All right, Case Closed Volume 13. I was going to say Case Closed Volume 13 was a perfect comic book, but here's the thing. Case Closed Volume 13 doesn't exist. Well, let me explain it to you. Because Case Closed Volume 13, I kid you not, involves a plot where a murderer wants to murder someone because the victim wrote a Sherlock Holmes fanfic where Sherlock Holmes acts out of character. I read that and I realized that's a perfect plot. That is such a perfect plot, it can't possibly exist. Who would come up with an idea where a murder is prompted by Sherlock Holmes fanfiction? No one could possibly come up with that idea. Furthermore, no one could possibly actually sit down and write a comic book centered around that plot. Therefore, because it's impossible for a plot that perfect to exist, Case Closed Volume 13 cannot possibly exist. I'm saying I can't review this non-existent manga, otherwise I'd give it a perfect review. Also, if you look at the back of this non-existent perfect comic, there's a little homage to Father Brown, written by G.K. Chesterton. Yeah, G.K. Chesterton Club. I actually haven't read Father Brown, but one of my earliest childhood memories, like I'm talking like 2 years old, just first forming conscious thought, is the theme song of I think the BBC TV series where he's got the umbrella, and my parents were watching it. So I'm gonna have to sit down and read Father Brown one of these days, since I dig G.K. Chesterton. But good grief, Gosho Aoyama's read every mystery that exists. I guess he would if this comic book existed, because of course a comic book this perfect can't exist. All right, that's our 1-minute review and 2 minutes of me rambling over a comic book that's too perfect to possibly exist on this earth. I'm #1 Marmaduke fan. Oh, I want to show you a cool little cover. I like when they put this stuff in the bottom because that's a nice little addition. All right, love you guys. Go ahead and get this one. It's great. $1, yeah. Love you. Like, comment, subscribe. Catch you later.